The yellow cab has been a popular sight in Lagos' busy traffic for many years. Of the 224 cars per kilometer in the city, at least 1 out of 5 is a yellow cab, and they are a major part of Lagos' business environment and its transport sector. But their era may be coming to an end. Besides the fact that the sector is unregulated, most of the yellow cabs are second-hand, making them old and rickety, and they lack the basic comforts such as air conditioning. Along with the state government's plan to transform Lagos into a model megacity, has come the arrival of new taxi operators. In its quest to create taxi services in Lagos that are convenient, comfortable and secure, the state government launched the Modern Taxi Scheme.
We looked at the existing taxi system. If you go throughout the metropolis, you will see the existing yellow taxis. They are unregulated. The vehicles are rickety. They don't have a fare structure. And Lagos, you have a lot of visitors. Foreigners, likewise, or people coming from other states. So it has to be regulated. So that's the reason why the state government says that a lot of things have to be taken into consideration. The security, law and order, convenience of the people.
Today, there are 7 private sector taxi operators in Lagos with a minimum of 200 cars each. The state government allows them to operate with the condition that they must use new vehicles with meters and tracking devices installed. But what then will happen to the old yellow cabs that created thousands of jobs in Lagos?
During the first launching of corporate cab, then His Excellency magnanimously decided that he's going to give them a license. That's the existing Lagos State Taxi Driver Association, as a cooperative, that they should come on board to assist. And in assisting them, there are a lot of things that were taken into consideration. One, these are the people that have been in this business. And the state governor found out that it should not be good to actually send them off the streets, because that have been their means of livelihood.
The Lagos State Microfinance Institute, an agency set up by the state government to aid in poverty alleviation through empowerment, paired up with the Lagos Taxi Drivers Association and some major banks to finance the existing yellow cab drivers, encouraging them to buy newer and more comfortable cars.
What do we do? So we then ask them that, look, why don't you take new cars? Then there was arrangement between Union Bank and the Ministry of Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation with the Lagos Taxi Drivers Association. Then the negotiation went for some time. Then the Union Bank said, okay, we will give them loan of 500 million to buy about 250 new cars to be painted. But part of the condition for granting the loan is that the Taxi Drivers Association must contribute equity, which is 10% of the loan. And they also should be responsible for licensing and painting the vehicles. Then the state government came in and said, look, we will guarantee them, we will pay the equity. So Lagos state government paid the 10% equity, but give it to the taxi driver as a loan. Then we say, okay. We then appoint one of the microfinance banks to collect this money from them on a daily basis.
These new taxi services seem to be a welcome change on Lagos streets for both the people and the taxi drivers. Today's prospective passengers may not need to hit the streets looking for a cab, because it has been made easier by operators who present their telephone numbers on the bodies of their cars. Also, by involving the private sector, the state government is expanding the scope and creating a higher level of confidence in taxi services.
We have so many changes on it, like the security. Even police people, they respect the taxi a lot. Unlike the former one, they stop us anyhow, even search the passenger, do everything. But these, even the dubious people, they were even afraid to get inside the taxi this time. In other parks, when we were on a queue, like you are the last person to even carry passengers on the queue, but when some passenger came at times, they will say they like the new taxi, that they don't want to enter the cab old one.
But are these new services affordable for the average Lagosian?
The fare structure is in such a way that by the time you stop the vehicle or you call for them to come and pick you at home, the moment you get to your house, you get into the taxi, you have a fare, you have a base rate of 250 naira. Every other minute, with the kilometer coverage, it charges you 20 naira per minute.
Also, one may argue that putting more cars on Lagos roads is contrary to the state's plan to divert commuters away from road transport to ease the problem of traffic congestion. This may only add to the problem.
And these taxis and the shuttle buses that you are coming, they are to complement the high capacity buses that will be on the major arterials and the light rail that will be on the major arterial roads. So they are to complement. And without the taxis and the commuter and the shuttle buses, we will not be able to achieve full intermodal transport system that the state government is rigorously pursuing.
The state government seems to be determined to encourage more private sector individuals and corporates to invest in this taxi scheme, a sign that they are ready to enhance and sustain not only the aesthetic appearance of mass transport modes, but also their reliability.